This character is going to change Overwatch 2 forever. With Lifeweaver's full reveal, a lot about this character has seemed rather underwhelming, but one ability in particular is unlike anything we've ever seen, and that's Life Grip. And I want to talk about this ability not because of the potential troll factor, but the potential meta factor, because what this ability can open up in Overwatch is just mind-blowing. So we're gonna break it down, talk about the good, talk about the bad, and some of the ugly as well. But smash that like, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and let's get into it. Now, after Lifeweaver got full revealed, honestly, I was a bit underwhelmed with the majority of Lifeweaver's kit. Specifically, a lot of the healing numbers were really low, and most of the kit didn't really seem that impactful outside of one ability, and it's Life Grip. And this ability is actually just insane. I know a lot of people want to talk about the troll aspect of it, but the meta aspect has just some crazy implications. So for context, this ability will grab anyone within a 30 meters with line of sight, and it will bubble them, not cleanse, and pull them back to your position. And you really start to see the potential of this ability when you combine it with characters that get huge amounts of value from going all in without fear of the repercussions after the fact of them getting traded out. So any character that can go and use every ability all in, get tons of value, and get pulled out just gets magnified. And good examples of this from the tanking side of things are Doomfist and Reinhardt, two characters that can go all in, heavily overextend, but get a lot of value doing so. The vast majority of the time, the value isn't going to be worth the life that you give by all-inning. With a character like Doomfist, if you don't have ult and you all-in, you can create tons of space, maybe get a pick, but you're just going to get traded out right away. But with a character like Lifeweaver with Life Grip, getting pulled back is crazy because you get to get pulled to a safe position, get reset, get your cooldowns back, get healed up, and then you get to go re-engage again, and you get to cyclically go through Life Grip's cooldowns with your cooldowns to create such amplified value. And you can do the same thing on characters like Rhyme, and the same thing with characters like Reaper, characters that have cooldowns that they want to cycle, and then Lifeweaver gets to cycle with them. So together, you get to go completely wild and hard carry like you just don't really see in ranked play. I think that these combos could be some of the strongest duos that you can be playing in ranked, all centered around cycling your engagement around Life Grip, and that's insane. That's super, super powerful. And I think that potentially it could even have high-ranking meta implications. Now, the second part of Lifeweaver's Life Grip that I think makes this ability so freaking strong is that you can hard carry like no support has ever been able to hard carry. If you're a good Lifeweaver and you know when and where teammates need you to pull them out, you can prevent just straight up feeding, which is almost as good, if not as good, as getting kills and picks yourself, because you're like the master of the battlefield that gets to save people at a whim. And even though a lot of Lifeweaver's kit, I think, is fairly underwhelming, Life Grip gives you the capability to do what no other support can do, and that's bail out players that are not only in a weakened state, but have super, super poor positioning without sacrificing your own positioning. You don't have to teleport in or fly in as Ana and potentially get killed because you're trying to overcompensate for your teammates' bad positioning, which I know many of you all have tried to do. You have an inting teammate, you don't know whether or not you should just play safe and allow them to die, or if you should push up and risk your own life, and you get to do it all here. Now, that being said, it's not all good, because one of the biggest problems with this ability is that you get to supersede or override the own decision-making of players on your team. And this is going to be really, really bad for Lifeweavers that don't properly understand the game state. So, as an example, let's say you're a Doomfist or you're a Reinhardt, and you see a really, really easy kill in front of you. You know that you should be pushing W. It doesn't matter that you're weak, your opponent's weaker, they have no cooldowns. There's an easy opportunity for you to make a play, get a kill, but your Lifeweaver doesn't understand what you see. They don't know what you know. All they see is you're far away and you're in a quote-unquote scary position, and they pull you right back. So they can mess up your plays just as easily as they can save you and bail you out and hard carry a game. Life Weavers can hard throw a game, mess up people's plays, ruin people's plays. And this is really where we're going to see such a huge disparity in the impact of Life Weaver just based on life grip, because a Life Weaver can be some of the hardest carry that we've seen from the support role, potentially bailing out what would otherwise be feeding teammates left and right, saving them and creating tons of impact that way. They can ruin play after play after play and make a team fall apart, not only just with their plays, but mentally as well, having toxicity go nuts. Life Weaver can do the same thing. And just like you think about characters like Widow popping off or feeding, or Genji popping off or feeding, Life Weaver takes that to the extreme, where you could be a legitimate detriment to your team if you're using this ability wrong, or you can be your team's absolute savior. And I'm not sure if we should have a character with an ability that has that power. It seems completely absurd, and I'm not sure that it should exist, but when used for good, when used to its potential, when used in a duo, when used in a coordinated setting, I think that this ability is one of the most exciting abilities that I've seen in Overwatch in a very long time. But with all the excitement, the creativity, the potential meta implications for this ability, I worry about the power level of this ability when used poorly. And I'm not even talking about trolling. I'm not even talking about the players that are going to swap to Wife Beater and potentially throw the game. I'm not even talking about those characters. I'm talking about the players that are using this ability poor, using it bad. I already have some mechanics in the game that will punish you for your teammates' mistakes. So like a great example of this is Power Punch on Doom, where if your teammates mess up, you could die for it. And that's fairly frustrating when you're not powering up a Doom ever, but your teammates just won't stop doing it, and you keep getting punished directly for that mistake. Try a Death Blossom that would have killed 4, but kills no one. Try a Blade that gets interrupted and ruined. Try a Pin that would have pinned the enemy Ana, and you would have carried the fight, but misses, and then the Ana nanos their Rein, and you lose. Basically, Life Weaver will change everything one way or the other. I think that this ability is interesting, creative, fun, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be a good thing overall for the game. And I can feel both excited and a little bit wary of this ability. And I think that that's perfectly normal when we see something quite this powerful. We've never seen anything like this before in Overwatch. I think that the power level of this ability is some of the highest we've ever seen. And I'm calling it here, if Life Weaver's kit, the rest of Life Weaver's kit is just passable enough to make Life Weaver playable, Life Grip is going to show itself to be just a potentially game-breaking ability for its power level and strength. And I think that it does show a lot of skill expression. And I think overall, it can be used for some amazing things. But, oh God. I'm as equally as excited as I am scared of Life Grip. And yeah, I want to pass the question off to you. How do you feel about Life Weaver overall? Are you excited to play this character, nervous to play with this character, or interested to see how it all pans out? Let me know in the comments down below, and smash that like, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you next time.